Well, this is short notice. This is unlike Mr. Bajerski. Unlike him. Or is it? Wasn't going to do anything. I was going to sit down and watch some... Now, I have to be careful how I say this. Because you're going to get the wrong end of the stick. So, I won't say it. I will show it you. Let's have a look. Okay, it's easy if I show it you. Okay, hang on, let me press play.
Behind a car. These boards are all actually hand carved by Tibetan monks.
Looked a hell of a lot older when it was in your hand.
Yeah, it's designed to look older than it actually is.
You'll know why. You know why I ain't saying the name of the show, right?
I got the book in Chicago, an antiquarian bookseller, about 10 years ago. I'm interested in possibly selling the book based on...
So I'll spell it for you. It's spelt Pawn. Stars. It's a pawnbroking shop. It's basically a shop where in America you can go in, take something very special and give it to them, and they call it pawn that product. So it means that they'll give you a certain amount of money, and if you don't come back and pay them that money with an extra 10 or 20%, they get to keep your item. That's why I'm not saying the name. I don't want to promote it in any way. But yeah, I enjoy... I used to be a lover of antiques, and I still am, and I miss it a lot. And funnily enough, welcome everybody. Yesterday, you know, some days when you get really tired and down and exhausted, really exhausted. I have never, ever been in an industry, whether you call it an industry, whether you call it a job, whether you call it a way of life, whether you call it a religion, whatever you call it, this spiritual work, when you're in this spiritual work, and it's meant to be, spiritual in itself is meant to be awakened, open-minded, so you see things clearly, and you're free from, being, the school bully or nasty or horrible or bitchy. You're meant to be more open and aware and love and light. But I've got to be honest with you guys. I've spent now 2 decades in this field of work. I don't know whether it's getting worse or not, or whether it's just me. But for the first time yesterday, I sat down really seriously after seeing all my inbox messages, many of them, many messages on social media. Normally it's out loud on social media, and realizing the cesspit. I have never been in an industry, in a working industry, that is so horrible. I mean, literally cesspit, demonic, disgusting, low vibe. I mean, I've done so many jobs. I've worked in so many industries, and I just thought, you really have to be a masochist to be on the spiritual path. And God forbid you dare sell crystals. God forbid you dare sell oils. God forbid you dare sell incense. Because you will be called, you will be judged, you will be, every day you'll have 100 people calling you a snake oil salesman. It really is the hardest path. And I just sat down and I thought, you know what? I think I can see myself opening up a showroom like that and selling antiques. I love antiques, all different types, everything, and just having a happy life. because you won't get called a snake oilsman. You won't get called a fake crystal healer, or it's just a job, you know. And yeah, for the first time, I actually, honest to God, for the first time, I thought, I think I'm ready to finish this work. And not because I don't love it, I'll miss it so much. But the amount of evil that is attached to spiritual work and crystals. So it's what might happen, what I might do is I might stop completely all the spiritual work and just focus on crystals. So I wouldn't be on internet, you wouldn't see me anywhere, it would just be my crystals. So it'll be probably pure energy healing crystals. That would be it. I wouldn't do talks, anything like that. It would just be selling my beautiful crystals, incense and oils, and maybe opening a beautiful antique centre somewhere. So you're the first person to hear it. I really am tired. I'm exhausted of the amount of evil in the disguise of spiritual people. They're not spiritual, they're pure evil. That's all I see is nothing but evil, nothing but judgmental, and it's getting worse. And it's like, why do I beat myself up? What's the point? You know, and it's not as if I'm not leaving a little bit of a legacy behind. I've got over 3,000 videos on YouTube for you to, you know, scan through and watch. And you know, I think what I've shared with you guys over these past 20 years is everything that I know. I don't really know anything else other than repeating a lot of things that I say, because I'm not really somebody who, you know, I'm not really that bothered about trying to impress and say here's something new. It's like some crystals I probably haven't even talked about. You know, have I talked about I don't know. There's got to be some crystals I haven't talked about, which I do love. Or maybe I haven't talked about this. Maybe I have, I don't know. Shala blend. It's you can see this pyrite there, and it's absolutely beautiful. This one's from Poland. Maybe I haven't. Maybe there's some crystals I still haven't talked about. I don't know, but I kind of feel as if I've talked about all my crystals. But anyway, it was just thinking out loud. I have got a lot of antiques. I've got a lot of sculptures. I've got a lot of paintings, carvings. I've got a lot of yeah, beautiful. Let me just show you some pieces what I've got. Let me bring one in. So this is an old carving, and this is the divine lion Buddha, all made out of one piece. Absolutely gorgeous, gorgeous. This is called crocodile wood. It's absolutely beautiful, and you can see with age there's a crack there, but it just adds to the beauty of it. What a beautiful carving. Oh, look at this. So this is a very unique piece. It's from Bali. It's a beautiful, authentic, this is bronze, beautiful piece. Absolutely gorgeous. And all of these have significance. So heavy. All of these, and it's absolutely beautiful piece. Jesus Christ. I've got more. I've got a lot more. Loads more. Loads of carvings. I like to collect carvings, and so yeah, I'd like to open a really big showroom with really unique pieces, and I'm sure I'll have all my collection of 17,000 crystals in there, plus the rest. Funnily enough, I was just booking a flight. I want to surprise my grandchildren. I haven't seen them for a while. I want to go and give them a hug. But at the same time, I was thinking about my friend Vincent, good friend of mine, from school. Anyway, I was just thinking about him. Booked the flight 20 minutes ago. And I don't want to show you because I've got other numbers there. But yes, Vince, he called me. I had spoken to him for about 3 months. And as soon as I booked, he says, I was just thinking about you. I said, I was just thinking about you, pal. And he says, is that some kind of telepathy? I said, it sure bloody is. It's great. So yeah, I'm going to Manchester Airport. I'm meeting a couple of dealers that are flying over, so we meet together, and I get to choose, there's a briefcase, both have briefcases, they open them up, and I choose certain crystals that I know that you will love and you'll want me to buy. I buy for my clients a lot of the times, think about it and think, okay, I might buy 5 of them or 10 of them or 50 of them, depends how many they bring. And then from there, when I've seen them, I'll go to another couple of beautiful people that I know, and then finally, or I might go first, see Alex, because he's got stuff ready for me. So I'm going to be buying hopefully some beautiful pieces of Moldavite. Anyway, maybe I'm just having a release. Maybe it's a midlife crisis. Who knows what it is? But I've got to say that I've never been affected by anybody on the internet, never bothered by it. But as of late, it's like I'm getting tired of it. I'm getting tired of blocking. Just literally the most nasty people who are in such a bad place. And I can see they're just taking their frustrations out on anybody and anything. I know all of this, but it still gets tiring. And it's been 20 years now. And the first 3 years of doing this work, it was like a blessing. It was lovely because I wasn't charging. It was free. But then soon as I decided to make it a living, because that's what I wanted to do full time, it just gives people the opportunity to be extremely negative. There's no other industry, no other working place at all that gets the kind of grief that we get. Honestly, there isn't. And a young lad just contacted me last night saying, I'd like to do what you do. And I said, I wouldn't recommend it. And he said, why? And I says, because if you're not strong enough, you're going to struggle with the suffering of people. You're going to get maybe your mum or dad thinking you're crazy, or your sister and brother just abandoning you. You're going to get friends who are going to mock and ridicule you, and you're going to get people that you've never met before that consistently just attack. And if you dare say anything to them, then they will spend their next 1, 2, 3 years just coming after you. It's the only industry I ever know, and I sit down here and I just meditate on it and think, you've got your Dr. Fauci's, you've got your paedophiles, you've got your Bill Gates. I bet that people don't hate them as much as they hate people like me. I'm literally hated hated. Like, I'm talking with a passion, like people have been attacking me and waiting for me to fall, or, you know, to do something, or to find out I've been this person or that person, literally for 20 years. I kid you not. I mean, that's a fascination that I just don't understand. And I know deep down when you meditate on it, it's because you're doing, you know, God's work, if you believe it's God, or Spirit's work, or you're doing work to make a difference and evil will attack you for it. I know all of these things, but it does get tiring, you know. And my eyes are dark anyway, but boy, does it get tiring. And it doesn't, and I always find the kinder I am, the more loving I am, the more I do freely, the more I'm attacked. So it's almost like this world creates an energy so that when you don't do anything, you're left alone. When you are selfish, this is what this earth wants you to be selfish. When you just eat, drink, sleep, and type on your phone, right? That's exactly what it wants. But when you dare step out of that energy and you start to be a good person and kind and caring and doing nice things, you will find there is a frequency in this world that attaches to subhuman beings that will attack you for no reason, just out of nowhere. It's tiring. And that's why I thought, you know, if I got a lovely unit, a beautiful unit, and it was all gorgeous inside, beautiful music, and I don't have to be on the internet, I don't have to like do any of this, I can just be there and just enjoy hopefully conversations, which is really lovely conversations, you know. But anyway, that's just one of those days today where you've got, like, I don't know, maybe 2 years of grief, and eventually it just gets to you a little bit. So there you go. Thank you. I'll pay you later for being my psychiatrist today. So I thought I'd do all things crystals today because that's my love. I love doing all things crystals. So what I'll explain to you as I go along is what my fascination with crystal is, why I love crystals. All of these crystals here are a giveaway. So this is going to be the raffle. So this is on markbajerski.com. If you spend £20, you get a raffle ticket. And then at the end of the month, I will choose somebody. And hopefully you're the winner of like nearly £4,000 of crystals. So these are beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Charoite is one of those crystals which, I don't know about you, but just the feel of it, just the look of it, just lifts you up instantly. It's that feeling of being in a good place. You feel good. And it comes with a great power because the colour of purple lifts you high, you know. It just lifts you so high. The feeling, when you hold it, just as you hold it, you feel also a release, and there's a lot of sometimes cracks. So in healing, if you're giving a healing session, sometimes your client can crack, and sometimes you can hear it crack. There's like a crack. It could be in the head, like a little crack somewhere. And I notice that whenever I wear charoite, it's like I get this crack or a kind of a pain that you can just feel something's happened. So what does this crystal do? It strengthens all your chakras. It rebalances by way of healing and putting good energy into the power points. That's just not just these chakras, but all of your body power points. So it's a really powerful crystal. And I like to match it up a lot of the times as well with Tektite. And the two work so hand in hand, so well together. So if you put these two on, you'll find that a lot of things start to release and disappear. Trauma, any deep trauma, like crack, or you might find your foot does a strange move, or your head, or something. You'll just feel like weird, and that's because you're being realigned with charoite, and then the residue of that will be absorbed by the Tektite. Absolutely beautiful. Them two are great. I've been trying to get these two together as an idea for a crystal, but it hasn't been done just yet. One of my all-time favourites is this gorgeous piece, and I love the mother stone just as much as I love the blue rose, the blue flower. It's gorgeous. The blue flower is, of course, and it's very, very delicate as well when you look at it. Yeah, it's absolutely beautiful as it was dug. So when you look at cavensite, even the mother stone, the white and the brown, is such a beautiful energy together. It just fits so well. It feels so good. I've had many pieces of the blue just on its own, and it's very fragile, for sure it is. And the blue is phenomenal, but I actually love it on its mother stone. So if I ever come across, like, in a couple of days, I'll be in Manchester and I'm getting to see about 30 pieces, and they're basically all the flower. Now, I might not even touch any of them because they're expensive to begin with, but I like them in the mother stone because there's something unique about it. So my buyers who buy for me always say, you're passing on them? And I'm like, yeah, I am really. Why? Well, first of all, it's delicate and they can crack easy. And you might say, oh, I'll be very careful with it, but I know how easy it is to bang and break. And this is so delicate that you'll chip it and then you'll be upset. And whereas if it's like this, it's fine. If it chips, you've still got this beautiful big piece which is working amazing, absolutely amazing. So the blue and the mother stone is the combination that I believe gives you the most power when coming to release of heavy grief energy, which it just needs to go. And there is a release when you wear this. And I came to understand it as the energy of forgiveness. So the energy of forgiveness is basically a release of something that you held on to, and you let it go and you forgave the situation. And there's nothing more beautiful than that. I don't think there's anything more beautiful than forgiveness, because if you've ever been in a fight or you've hated somebody for so many years, and then you come together and all of a sudden you make a decision to forgive, and that release, that healing is overwhelming. And I've seen this. I've actually encountered at least 30 couples that came together while I was there as a healer. And I said I'd do it because I'm pretty good at that. I was always good at that at school. I never liked people fighting, and when they did, I always got them back together as friends. To my detriment, of course, because then they'd hate me. It's the way it goes. But I was happy to help people, and I became a healer. And people used to come to me, and I used to say, "Is there any way we can get you both together?" I was asked first of all, and I'd say, "Well, I'd like to get you both together." And there was I'd always put a piece of this cavensite in both their hands before I started the session. And I'm pleased to say that everybody who came to me with this anger, resentment, bitterness, hate, they resolved it. And sometimes it took a couple of hours, but we could do it with the help of this beautiful crystal. So I used to wear that when I was attacked by my mentor. And I used to keep it on all the time, and it really did help. It really helped. The ultimate help, of course, is what I share with you guys, and that is no one has the power over you, because at the end of the day, this feeling of resentment over somebody, or this feeling of feeling bad because people have said nasty things about you or they're attacking you, the only way you can heal that is by letting it go, by forgiving them. And that's the only way you can let it go. But as now, somebody mentioned something which made sense to me, and I felt the same thing. I was frightened of ChatGPT. I was frightened of internet. I was frightened of AI technology because I know where it's leading. It's leading to us becoming zero useless unless we have a chip in our brain, and then that's it, it's done, we're all finished. But the point, what I mean is that we're not all meant to have so many people on social media being nasty. I mean, to cope with so many people, we were really meant to be within a group. So yes, we might know 1,000 people or 100 people. Now, you know, on your site, you can be mixing with 10,000, 1 million people, and it's not natural. And I think empaths were never made for that. I think people like the Elon Musks and the Tucker Carlsons and all of these Joe Rogans, that it means nothing to them. They don't have that. They're not like us. So that to them is a buzz. They actually enjoy it. They're not bothered. It just does not affect them. Whereas if you're an empath and you're a sensitive, it does affect you. No matter what you say, even though you know that it's meaningless and what they're saying, and you know why, and you can cope with it. But when you're getting thousands of people a year, all the time, that is not natural. That's not. We never came into this world for that. That's one of the reasons why I'm explaining myself as well. So, and hopefully it'll explain and help you along the journey as well. I like Tiger's Eye very much. I like Tiger's Eye because it feels, when you're holding it, when you just hold it, it feels like you're stronger. And I'm more about the lion energy with this. Like, I can feel the strength growing in me. I feel stronger when I have Tiger's Eye. It's a lovely crystal. It's absolutely beautiful. And it gives off such a good energy in the heart. It's really powerful, but it's a focus crystal as well. So it hits your head. So it goes to the head and helps you focus. It's very powerful in so many ways. Really love that crystal. As of late, we've been very much focused on this crystal, which wasn't really known as what I talk about. I don't know if you've noticed this. It's actually really lovely. It's sweet. I find it sweet. But I always know when somebody has taken some of my information and then done videos. Nobody ever spoke, nobody that I know of ever used the word absorb when it comes to crystals. Right? Never have I heard that word ever used. I've been in this business for 20 years. I've heard absorbed negative energy, and nobody said tektite absorbed negative energy. So 20 years ago when I saw this and I started talking about it, you will now know, if anybody has made a video less than 20 years ago, that they've taken this information, and it's nice. It's nice that they've started telling people about it. It's sweet. And tektite, I've got to say now, is definitely the number one, and that's why a lot of people said I can't afford it. So I said, okay. So what I did is I said, if you buy one of my website, you get one free, exactly the same. So if you buy that one, you'll get one identical or close to it. Same price, same value. If you buy that one there, you're going to get one matched up to that, looking the same or as close to it as possible at the same price. So that's really nice. That offer ends on the 31st of this month. So absorbing crystal is the tektite, but this one called morsitsit. And again, never heard of anybody talking about this crystal at all, about in the way that I was talking about it, which is entity, which is demonic energy, which is attachment. And I've got testimonials now that will blow you away, that people are wearing this and saying that they feel different. There's something happened, and it clears whatever that should not be in your energy. It clears it away. And it also, many people have been saying this as well, and that's why I said, the reason why I say that parasites, there is a connection between parasites and entity. I think they feed from each other. There's if you've got a lot of parasites, there's a good chance that you've got entity as well. When you wear this, you'll find that something happens with the parasites that they become numb and they don't want to be there. It's like dumbs them down. Something happens. So this is a very unique crystal. And people are talking about it now everywhere. And I noticed that when I was buying it, was expensive because it's a rare crystal from Burma. When you get the original crystal from Burma, it's expensive anyway. It goes on weight, and it's gone up ×3 now. Why? Because I'm talking about it. So now it's become more and more popular. Now the price is being driven up. And that was the same with Moldavite. Moldavite was when I first bought it, it was like, and I'm not saying I was the only one talking about Moldavite, but when I started talking about it and doing videos on it, I noticed that within like a space of 10 years, the price just shot through the roof. And then soon as it hit, and this was the only crystal, mind you, there wasn't any other crystal that did this. It was only Moldavite that shot up when we were all got locked down. And the reason why is because the diggers weren't digging anymore because they were all locked up. But what about everybody else? Everybody else were locked up. None of those crystals went up. So I was talking about it at that point a lot when we were in lockdown. I was talking about Moldavite all the time. So the price got driven up again. So yeah, some things do go up when people realize that something really works. So yeah, I'm at the moment right now I'm wearing Moldavite, a piece of Moldavite there, with Tektite. Lovely energy, absolutely beautiful, giving me great focus and helping in so many ways, cleansing and clearing. Fantastic. Which one? Oh, yeah, this also, again, now I've tried to buy this again. It's gone up by nearly 25%. So, you know, because I'm talking about Vesuvianite, again, I haven't heard anybody mention Vesuvianite. Like, why? Because this one is very much like this, very much. And it really is helping clearing dark, heavy, dirty attachments. So that's a beautiful, beautiful crystal as well. Oh, I got a really lovely piece here. This is, as you can see, if you can look inside, that's oil-filled quartz. And there's a piece here as well. Can't see it that much there, but there is some oil filled in there. This is a beautiful crystal, and I've worn this now for, I don't know, maybe 12 years, and I've absolutely come to love it, and I hunt it down wherever I can. It's just got such a double whammy of energy. It's fabulous. It's like a real focus protection, helps you along your journey. It's also a cleanser, and it also helps you see what you can't see. When you wear it, you come up with great ideas. So there is definitely a deep connection to the spirit world. Something happens with this crystal that resonates in your body. The frequency helps you connect better to the spirit world. You're focused more, and then you get these downloads. So wear it when you sleep. This is really interesting because you get some amazing, it doesn't matter what I call them, but you get amazing things that happen. I call them hits. It's like, wow, that's a hit. That was a hit. That was a hit. It was like, wow, this is working. So yeah, fabulous. I hunt for this because I just absolutely love it. The only issue I have with this, the desert rose it's called, and it's from across there, Morocco. It chips easy. So if you're bothered about how it looks, I wouldn't wear it because it bangs. If it bangs around, it'll just chip. Okay, it's a bit like powdery, but it looks like vein. You can see almost like veins on it. It's like it's wrapped up wool. but it's a beautiful crystal. It's absolutely beautiful. There's such good energy, and you can feel it when you wear it. It's a boost of energy. You feel, yeah, energized. I feel happy when I wear this. So I have different sizes. I have a smaller ones, and then I have a big ones, which healers like to work with. So yeah, that's a phenomenal crystal in itself. So labradorite is beautiful no matter what it looks like. Sometimes you'll get high quality labradorite, and sometimes you'll get low quality. Low quality is normally that you can't see that beautiful reflection in it, but that's okay. When you wear it, it does its job. The only reason why you look at it and see it glow and shimmer, that's just for your own happiness. Oh, I like that. But some of the labradorite comes with a very special energy within it as well, which is like a purpley colour. And I don't know if you can see this, but this one comes like, so it's like a purple labradorite. This is a special crystal to me. I absolutely love this. This is a connection to the spirit world. I've got much more of a direct line. I feel more confident. I'm not all over the place when I wear it. I put it on my third eye if I'm doing some meditation that I want to try and speak to the spirit world. This is very special, very special. I've had some great hits with it. I've had some good experiences with this, really good. So yeah, any questions? Sorry, I'm going on and on. Shouldn't really. Let's put them aside. Let's I've got to show you these. Bit of Sputnik, Aragonite there. Look at them. I've been working on these today, and I've just about finished with them. Aren't they exquisite? Some Sputniks there. Aren't they gorgeous? They're beautiful. All handpicked by Mr. Bajerski. All mounted, all cap finished, all beautiful, beautiful energy. Incredible. Actually, probably one of the top 20 sellers on the website, and you're lucky to even see one or two pieces on there. They normally just fly out, but this is an extra special, and they really are beautiful. Now, these are more for healers, because you wouldn't want to be walking around wearing this. This is like healers working tools. I don't mind wearing them. I'll wear that, no problem, all day long, but I get it. Some people say, oh no, that's far too big, I wouldn't wear that, and I get it. But when you're working healing, these are phenomenal. The energy that kicks off these, they're just phenomenal. You've got these beautiful, they look like cylinders coming off them, but the energy, the power, they're incredible. And your heart just beats like mad. Heart healing crystal, amazing. So at one time I would get I'd try and find, 50 or 100 pieces. And these days I like to just buy a few if I can, maybe 10 to 20 maximum. So I'm not carrying so much stock, because I've got 20,000 pieces of crystals on my website, 17,000. I've still got about 4,000 in there that I have to go through. I'll just show you. Give me a second. Yeah, I couldn't bring you them all. This is just, I've got probably about 5 shelves full of crystals that I haven't started working on yet. So because a lot of people were saying that they couldn't afford Moldavite, I had these made. So I'm still working through these. So basically, they're the Moldavites from Malliclum, and I sent them to Bali, and they mounted them up in Bali. These are all beautiful Moldavites, and they're affordable. People can afford them. So there's probably about, I don't know, 300 or 400 in here. That's what I have to work on at some point. I've just shown you. So, charites, I've got a load of charites here that I have to work on. These are very special too. I'll talk about them some other time. I need to spend time with them. And right now, I'm just working on these. So these are petite tektites. So again, affordable. And at the moment, it's buy one, get one free. But I've done some of these for children and mums and dads who don't want big pieces, work just as well. So they're on markbajerski.com. As I'm working on them, I've put up about 50 of them today. Yeah, gosh, there's so many beautiful pieces coming very shortly. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, wait till these come up. I'm looking forward to working on these. Oh, look at them. They are phenomenal. So I've got some beautiful pieces in there, still working on them, going through them nice and steady, day by day, enjoying that with all my heart. It's beautiful. So have you got any questions? Okay, with regards to the horoscope readings, it's not something that I would do normally, and I don't know. I think there's a lot of people out there who do this work. There's a lot of tarot readers who do this sort of thing. I don't normally do things like that because it's like doing a reading like that. I'm more comfortable being with you personally and just reading just directly for you, so I can specifically talk about things that are absolutely bang on with you. And it's still, to me, it's like I still struggle with the idea that I am giving that one reading to everybody. So I struggle with that, but I did it out of love, and somebody mentioned it and I thought, okay, I'll do it. I'll break through my fears, and you know, and I appreciate your kindness that some people got. It actually, when I'd finished, I realised that I was doing it for me, because that reading for Libra, it was actually for me. I know you'll probably say it was for you as well, but it was definitely something for me. I listened back to it about 7 or 8 times. I think I cried twice. So yeah, thank you for saying that. I appreciate it. But I don't think I'll be doing it again. I don't want to end up being somebody recognised as being a horoscope reader or anything like that. I just did it just to prove to myself I've still got a little bit of, you know, an intuition when it comes to the cards, because I don't read the cards that much at all. Very rare these days. So, like, if you don't use it, you lose it. That's what I think anyway. So yeah, but I'm glad I was able to help some people, and I actually did get some really lovely messages, but I've got to say, oh my God, I got some freaking awful messages calling me all sorts of stuff after I did that. It was horrible. That was the start of it, actually. That was the start of the oh my God, it was horrible. People are just horrible, you know, and judgmental. So yeah. But yeah, thank you so much. That's really kind, and I do take that in, and it does heal a lot when somebody says, you know, I did get a lot out of that, and it heals the nastiness that's out there, the darkness, the bitterness, the jealousy of other healers and psychics and readers and all the audience. Oof, my God. If you could spend a day on my social media, you would really understand what I'm talking about. You know, the horrific messages. But yeah, I focus on the good and the beautiful, and obviously I do, but it does eventually take its toll. That's for sure. That's for sure. Yeah. I'm not just kidding you, but somebody said something about my daughter started, like, it was like attacking my family. What the friggin', like I said, am I a paedophile? What do you think I am? Do you think I'm Dr. Fauci? Do you think I'm, Epstein? I'm a guy just reading some cards, trying to say some nice things to help people. What on earth is wrong with humanity? Some people need to be locked away, literally locked away and thrown the key away, because there's some dangerous folk out there. But yeah, have you ever noticed that though? Why is it that all the bad people never get shot, never get killed, ever? But good people who try and share a lovely message, shot. I mean, whether you believe John Lennon was nice or not, I don't know, but his message was, peace not war, and boom. And Jill Dando, about to expose paedophilia, boom. Kill like all the good people are killed. Bad people live forever. And there is definitely something in that. There really is. They live for a long time. And nobody, because good people don't want to hurt them. Good people don't want to hurt, even if you've done terrible things. We're not here to hurt anybody. But yeah, you get what I'm saying, eh? So, any questions about crystals tonight while I'm still on, guys? Any questions at all? It's lovely having you on, beautiful souls. And I'm sure tomorrow I'll feel a lot better. I heal quickly. Do you mind telling me my crystal? I can try. I see an orange, and that's normally related to orange calcite. Yeah, orange calcite. Orange calcite for you. I see beautiful orange calcite. And it's a very good valued crystal as well. It's not expensive. And I was talking to a friend of mine today, Brendan. We were talking about crystals today. And we shouldn't really be looking at the value of crystals. We should be drawn to the crystal no matter what. Obviously, if you can't afford a crystal which is, like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, I get that. But if, you're drawn to a crystal and, I don't care what price it is. If I'm drawn to it, I don't care if it's from everywhere in the world. I can get it anywhere. Or if it's a rare crystal, it doesn't matter. They're the same. What energy is in that crystal will be called to you. So yeah. What crystal would you recommend? It will be my first time. Okay, always. I kind of feel I'm seeing like white with black, and it looks like there's also like, yeah, this is dendritic agate. So it's I think it's DENDRITE, dendritic, and it's I think it's an agate. Very powerful crystal. People are wanting me to tell you crystals. Okay. Okay. So I'm seeing natural citrine when I think of you. Natural citrine. Very beautiful crystal. Very beautiful. I've just told you your crystal. You have to look on the screen. Easy beats. So I'm looking at a bird that looks like a hawk. So that's hawk. It's an eye. It is. It's hawk's eye. It's a beautiful, beautiful crystal. Oh, we've got a yes, please. Okay. This is it's a rare crystal, so these aren't cheap, but this is what I'm seeing, and I can never say the name. Kakokotite. Why couldn't they make it an easy name? Kakokotite. Don't ask me how you spell it. It's kak. Kakor to tight, something like that. Very beautiful, very powerful. So we got somebody else here. Hello. We got a yes, please. Okay. Okay. Yes, please. So I see Moldavite. And I see a Herkimer diamond, so join them two together will be a perfect combination for you. So, yeah, beautiful. Okay, what's that? I have no idea. I have no idea. The most beautiful blue crystal I've ever seen is this one. That blue there, the flower, and that's from Pune, India. Only 2 caves, and I think they're still mining it. Not so much now. They're not getting much out of it. The veins aren't as good as they used to be. But yeah, there's still a lot of the mother stone, but not as much as the blue. So. Yeah, but beautiful. Cavensite it's called, Justin. It's beautiful. But other blue crystals, I don't know. Not sure. Because you can't really class that as blue, turquoise. But yeah, I don't really know. Yeah, Ethiopian opal. Yeah, I guess. Have I got some here? But I haven't seen it in the blue. More of the, yeah, beautiful. Okay, guys. Yeah, lapis. Yeah, very deep. I mean, lapis doesn't look as bright. I mean, look at the blue of that. Look at the vibrancy of that. And that's pretty. When you get the light on that, that's pretty vibrant. I mean, is it like beryl? You get some blue beryl, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, depends what you want it for, I guess. Okay, guys. Blue obsidian. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice. Okay. That's a good question. Do you know, Danny, as I look at that, I got an image of a Tasmanian devil, so maybe Tanzanite, maybe. Well, guys, that's it. I think I'm gonna head off a little bit. I'm gonna get an early night's sleep tonight. I do wish you all an absolutely lovely day. All the oils on markbajerski.com are still on special offer, I believe. So instead of 304, they're 120, including free DHL delivery worldwide. If you don't take advantage of that, you'll be kicking yourself and being angry, saying, can you keep the offer on? We can't do it much longer now. So that's coming off very shortly. Like I said, any Tektite that you buy, you will get an equal piece. So if you end up buying a Tektite like this beauty that you would use in a palm, you will get the same one at the same size, unless you say, Mark, I bought one of these, but I don't want another one exactly the same. Can you give me a pendant? And I'm like, yes, we can do anything like that. You just need to contact us and let us know. And if you want to contact us for any other reason, or if you want to know what your crystal is, on a night, normally about 10 o'clock, I normally sit down and I normally channel the crystal for you on a night. And sometimes round about 2 o'clock in the afternoon, I'll do 30 minutes as well. I constantly do that every day. And the way to do it is contact Mark Bajerski at info@markbajerski.com. So info.myname.com, and send your message there. Any questions that you have, anything that you want to ask, send it there, and I answer everybody's messages there. Okay? That's it. I'm wishing you, from my heart to yours, an absolutely lovely evening. Thanks for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed this little chat tonight. Till tomorrow, have a great day, guys. Love you all. Take care of yourselves. Ciao, everybody. Bye for now.